Surf Goddess, Cool Kids, Screeching Weasels going up against Wraith in the fucking 4.
The first matchup of the fucking 4 is set.
Woo!
So, CJ, you know what time it is. It's that time of week for everybody's favorite new segment, Mbop to the Top, an unauthorized biography from Jill Matthews
The old
about
cocksucking whore from back then.
Hanson. We are 17 pages in. We are on page 18.
We are 17 weeks in on page 18.
All right.
You want to find the lost page, you'll have to go to A Weird Time Recorded.
Yeah, which we were on last week. Big shout out to A Weird Time Recorded.
Oops.
Big shout out to Matt, because he will now be a part of our massive audiobook where he reads. So he's going to actually have to be credited in the audiobook that is presented by the Moron Bro Show.
All right, we'll give him what's the fucking
dude?
the
we've got to like.
I can't think of words.
We've got to get like really, really cool friends of ours to also come and do this. So like we should get Matt Sokol from Wraith to read one of the pages.
I could just take a picture of the page and we could send it to them and they could read
right.
It.
And then we could do get Matt Wixon to read a page.
I think I think we could actually lure him in with a Hanson reading.
I think we could, dude, and that's what I'm saying. Like he might even come and just do a permanent spot on the show. Which honestly, I'm totally for that. I'm for that all the way.
I think we can get him. His husband's very much into like 90s pop music.
Okay.
So I wonder if we could get his husband in on a Hanson reading. Because honestly, yeah.
That'll be a fun one. But keep an eye
I want
out.
to hang out with
Make
that
sure
guy. We have a lot of the same, we're a lot of same interest in pop culture.
I think so. But anyway, everybody, you'd have to go back and check it out. All of our old episodes if you want to catch up to this one. But for now, we are on page 18. CJ, Mbop to the Top. Take it away.
And we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger, so we're coming in mid quote.
Okay.
Harmonized, and everybody just said, "Aren't they cute?"
Okay. 3 long-haired boys.
Yeah.
Aren't they cute? That's true.
That pretty much sums up the attitude of their hometown neighbors for the next several years.
Oh God. Oh God. What does that mean? Were they just annoyed? Dude, I bet on Christmas they were a fucking menace.
Oh,
like they probably went caroling so hard. And you're just like, God damn it, it's these fucking kids again.
Bag of dicks.
Because here's the thing, like we had kids do that to us one time. I think actually this past year we had our neighbor kids do it, right? And they did it to us one time. And we were like, okay, cool, whatever. I was fine to stand there for one dashing through the snow verse, whatever. Yeah, they did like a little verse.
Yeah, chorus. I think I remember this happening. I remember Melissa talking about this.
Yeah, and then they just took off, right?
Yeah.
Totally fine, totally cool. I'm fine with that. But if they came back like once every couple weeks,
yeah. Well, that's why you don't feed them.
Even if it was
if
once
you feed
a month,
them, they come back.
That's true. They're like raccoons.
Yeah.
Carolers are like raccoons.
Yeah.
If you feed them, they keep coming back. Yeah. And I bet these
feed
kids
the carolers, people.
I bet the Hansons were fucking relentless because they also don't forget. Like we forget, but these 3 are just the oldest. There were other ones.
Yeah, there's an army of Hansons.
There's like 7 of them. Walker fucks, dude.
He fucks hard.
Walker fucks hard.
Where do you think they got the idea for the fuck bus?
Right.
They found one of Walker's old journals and
true.
They're like, damn, that fuck bus idea. That's a keeper. We got to write one hit, and then after that, all our songs are about the fuck bus.
It's probably why they only had one successful album. All the other ones were just about their fuck butts. Like nobody wants to hear the songs about when you're at the top.
Yeah. As Thomas Connor relates, no one ever thought of them as a professional band or anything. They were just the little Hanson brothers who'd show up at Mayfest and sing at church or two. That's it. The reaction to them was always, "Oh, aren't they cute? The harmonies are fantastic and they really sound good. But so what? No one ever thought, wow, they're really going to go places.
Oh, okay. So everybody was kind of writing them off.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, they're just a
Group of
gimmicky
plain
little.
old vanilla ass white boys.
Right. Might as well be
Yeah.
a church choir.
Yeah. This is the
Okay.
90s. This is the age of hip hop.
Right. They were not.
No.
They were not
Not
what everybody was
anyway.
looking for. Right. Dude,
But
if one of
later,
them
but
would've just-
very recently in that time, hip hop would co-opt the fuck bus.
what if we lived in the reality where Hanson became a beatbox trio?
I mean,
Like-
there's got to be. I would
Dude.
imagine they've done it.
That reality
That's something
can't
we'll
be
have to.
like if like we're talking about like string theory or whatever, where it's like all of realities are kind of like mashed together and we sort of live in the one that we live in. Like the one, it's not far off, right? Like it can't be too like it's just a.
I think
it's
it might
just
be
like a
this one.
reality. It might be on the same street
I think
as
it
our
might be this
reality.
one. I think at one point in time, there's definitely video of them beatboxing.
No,
There's no way there's not.
No.
There's
Given
no way
given what we
there's
know
not.
about their background after 17
I would say
pages,
not only that, I would say that somewhere there is video of them playing marimbas and being island boys.
maybe in the early 2000s, and that's when they were well into their late teens, early 20s. I do not think as children. I'm saying that their entire thing is that they're
They just drove the fuck
beatbox
bus
trio.
all the way to South America, and the fuck bus.
They
broke
get.
down, and
I'm
they just
saying in
stayed.
this reality that I'm posing, they get just as big as they got with bop flippity flop doop doo bop as they did with like they beatbox
like
their
not
way to
even
the
singing, just a beatboxing trio.
top. Simply beatboxing.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Is
some
that
America's
and
Got
that
Talent
reality,
shit.
something, and
Yeah.
that reality is not far off.
You're
from
saying
ours.
like in a different universe, Hanson is just 3 Mark Ribliers.
yeah, but they don't have the technology yet.
Exactly.
Like eventually
Well, that's
they
what-
all become. Eventually, obviously, in this reality,
Yeah,
they
they're
all
like
split off.
human analog Mark Ribliers.
Right, and they replace that Dead Mao guy.
Okay.
Dead Mao is actually Zach Hansen in this
Okay.
reality. That Steve Aoki, that's Isaac.
All right.
And then
Zachariah is Diplo
there you go. Yep.
or Marshmallow Head or
In
something.
the reality that I'm
Yeah.
creating where they
Yeah.
started as a beatbox band. I think they actually have a much better career. Actually, I think we've made it so they were more successful in the
Oh, for
version
sure,
of our
for
reality.
sure.
For sure.
They had staying power in our
Back to this book that's actually about what happened.
No one but their parents and the boys themselves, that is. For as the years went on, Ike, Taylor, and Zachariah. Feelings about what they were doing changed ever so slightly. They still loved it more than ever, in fact, but at some point again, no one can say exactly when. The Hansons' beloved hobby became more than a just for the fun of it family project.
No, I think they could all probably say exactly when it happened. Like if you knew them, like if she actually knew the family, I bet they were like, no,
Yeah.
this one day, like that guy called and he was like, hey, I got like a paying gig. And then we were like, what? And he was like, yeah, and I could probably get you like 3 or 4 more. And they were like, fuck yeah. And he was like, yeah, but first, like you got to sign this thing. Like that happened. Like that was a day.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely mark that day on a calendar and be like, this is the day that shit changed. I think because whatever. Jill Matthews, fuck you.
The
We love you because you've given us infinite amounts of content. But
Yeah.
goddamn.
Weeks upon weeks. All right, let's see. Where was I?
How much more do we got? I'm sorry. We've been
No,
rambling
we got
hard on
more.
this one.
We got more. It's all right. Let's see. It was slowly evolving into a dream to record their music and eventually get signed by a major record label. Translation? Sometime between 1992 and 1995, Ike, Taylor, and Zachariah decided they wanted to get famous. They wanted to get famous. Let's get famous.
Let's get famous. Well, because you got to think, right? At some point, they were like, because I mean, their father was an oil man.
Yeah.
So, like, they weren't thinking about, like, doing anything. Like, they were just kids. They got to be just kids. So it was like, music was just like a draw for them. That's the one thing that I probably would say is genuine about them is that, like, music probably was something they were just doing for the love of it.
Yeah,
right up until they weren't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it was all about the fuck bus.
Then it was all about the fuck bus. Like
Yeah.
we've established
As soon as they were like, we can get a bus and we can fuck on it and we can just drive around the world. Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what happened. Or, you know what though, CJ? I'll say this. It's probably
I wouldn't
also
be surprised
possible.
if we get to page 120 or something. We hear old Joe Matthews talking about being on the fuck bus, blowing 3 or 4 dudes.
I won't be surprised either. But I also think we're not giving them the benefit of the doubt here. That like it could also be that somebody was like, "You're gonna have to get a fuck bus," and they were like, "We don't want a fuck bus." Because think about it, with how wildly
well,
popular,
that math already doesn't check out to me.
Well, no, because with the popularity of Mbop, right? To not have anything follow up with that much heat at all, and Mbop is literal gibberish.
Yeah,
like
some might even call
maybe
it scat.
they got the ultimatum, like, hey, sign your soul away or don't, and they didn't. And like that would lead me to believe that they probably also didn't.
Well, that's why their fuck bus ended up
bussery.
Well, no, they took part. We've seen them partaking in fuck bussery. That
was a part of their. It was a part of their music.
They
video.
had a pretty low budget fuck bus, and I think by not selling their soul, they went from having the big fuck bus to like the little RV fuck bus.
Well, no, they went from having a tour bus, which is
a giant,
ostensibly a fuck bus, yes.
Yeah.
To having an actual
built
like
on
a VW.
It was like an RV.
VW.
No, this was more of an RV camper thing with the. It was it was like a U-Haul style camper.
Oh yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, you're right.
And I think the fuck bus. I think what you're getting is right, but I think the fuck bus was always the goal, and to sell their soul, they were going to get the ultimate fuck bus.
Okay.
And they decided not to, and they ended up with the U-Haul style RV camper.
Okay.
Which, I mean, as Hanson, you're still gonna be pulling chicks.
You're Hanson.
Yeah, it's not the
size.
size.
I mean, you could not be Hanson. You're
just
right. You could not be Hanson. You could just be 3 good-looking brothers.
Yeah,
you're probably still gonna pull.
It's true. And if you got your own bus, I mean, fuck.
Your father's an oil man.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Their parents were behind them, but cautiously. We're just going to set them up, let them go, and see what happens, Walker Hanson explained to a magazine reporter. This has all been so fun. We're just going with it. Going with it meant working even harder than before, as well as making some changes. First, what did they do first?
What did they do? I also like to imagine that Walker there was in the middle of a rant where he was like, as long as they're out of my fucking hair, I don't really...
Yeah.
Like, I have to make oil deals. I'm making oil deals, you see. And I cannot be bothered with these children's
Tapping
games.
oil whales and poon.
Yeah, from what I understand, they're selling cassettes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But hey, it keeps them busy. The missus has to travel with them all the time.
Perfect.
Looks like I get to work from home.
Yeah. This is the first time I've been home in 20 years.
It's fucking great.
Yeah. I just come home once every 9 months, knock my wife up, and head back out to oiling.
But that is Mbop to the Top, everybody's new favorite segment here at the Moron Bros Show. We're reading this book one page at a time. That was page 18. Go back and listen to all the previous episodes. You can find them on iTunes and Spotify for the previous pages if you want to hear it all in sequential order. I think you got to go back 19 weeks.
16, 17 weeks.
Okay.
And an episode of Weird Time Recorded.
Yeah, and one episode of Weird Time Recorded. CJ, it's time for the third band in the fucking 4.
Municipal Waste.
Municipal Waste defeats...
Let's see. The Municipal Waste with the Vandals. They defeated the Vandals.
So a sad day for the Moron Bros. The Vandals defeated Hamel on Trial, and I can't remember the first band they took out. Municipal Waste defeated NoFX. 2 of our favorite bands got defeated by both of these bands. But Municipal Waste beats out the Vandals. I believe it was 19-10 or 19-11.
I I should have looked at that when I had it pulled up. Oh no, that's the old one I got pulled up here. Let's see. 19 to 12.
19 to 12. Close but no cigar for the Vandals. Municipal Waste will be the third band in our fucking four. Come back after these next songs. CJ, what are they, to find out who the fourth band will be?
We got Beer Pressure and Upside Down Church. This is Moronic Madness in March. You're listening to RealPunkRadio.com, and we are the Moron Bros.
Let's check it out.